Hey everybody, it's me Ash. Today for Paperlander number 13, we're doing something a little bit special. We're going to be playing all of the decks that we've live brewed on the podcast. Even though some of them keeps updating, we're going to go with the exact deck list we wrote and see how they work against each other. I'm personally scared of Price of Progress. Today I'm playing 5-color Niv Mizzet, and we're going to be trying to slam Niv Mizzet, draw a lot of cards, and then do it again. So we'll see how many gold cards I can cast.
Hi, I'm Ty. I'll be playing the Rakdos aggro deck today, hopefully playing as many recursive 2/1s as I can. My mock spread is Jet, Ruby, and Emerald, along with Price of Progress.
Hey, it's me, Nicholas. I'm going to be playing Medium Blue, obviously one of the decks that we live brewed. It's like all of the other medium decks, but bad. My points are 5 for Mana Crypt, 4 for Soul Ring, and 1 for True Name Nemesis, and we'll see what happens.
Hey, it's Man or Pharmacist Judge. Today I'll be playing that 5-color control deck. So I'm playing Ancestral Recall, Mystical Tutor, Treasure Cruise, as well as Mana Drain. And I'm just hoping to recall as many times as I can.
Welcome everybody to round 1 of Paperlander 13, playing with all live brew decks. I'm excited, you're excited, everyone at the table's excited. Okay, so what are our rules? Who's first?
I am on the play.
With 7?
Yep, 7.
You got 7 as well?
Yep, I kept my 7.
Okay, we got Nicholas versus Minh. Nick, do you want to reveal your hand first?
Yeah, if you want to close your eyes. It's not like, it's not a nut draw, so there's some free information for you men, but like, I've got a game plan and I'm just gonna like hope for the best, you know?
Yeah. Alright.
Alright.
Okay. Mine's okay, I guess. We have...
Orient themselves.
So, we have a okay spread. We'll have to see where this goes. Like, it's...
I like how this interacts.
It's a good interaction there, so hopefully we have like a plan in a couple turns, but we'll have to see if we hopefully don't get smashed in the first couple.
If you don't want to get soul ringed.
Yeah.
Alright, Nick.
All
See
right.
what we got.
The most powerful start you can have in Magic, Basic Island, go.
Okay, draw. We'll start Polluted Delta. And I assume you're running some level of Stifle, so goodbye Polluted Delta. Let's get a Tri-land.
So, what do you think is the worst card you're playing? I will say, we've been discussing already, and there's a good chance a lot of these deck lists could have used some updating. We were discussing the difficulty of brewing it live in like 40 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to miss stuff. And some of these are outdated as far as like points have changed and new cards have come out that we would have liked to change the list, but we're playing them as is.
Yeah. I don't think any of the decks are illegal, which is good.
Yeah, I don't think they're illegal.
Yeah. Okay, so there's my Zagatron, all you.
Alright, tap upkeep and
That is
draw.
the Sultai one?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
Nicholas.
gonna waste your triumph.
Oh, wow.
We're going all out here. Go ahead.
I was gonna say Nicholas with another basic island.
Not quite.
You didn't do
Draw. Okay. So we'll do the weird play of... Yep, Sulfur Falls tap go.
that. Okay.
And
Notably, I
draw.
would have been untapped had the Zagoth Triumph stayed in play.
Second island, go.
Oh, there it is.
So many
Untaps,
islands.
draws.
We're gaming.
We'll jump straight to Bayou, past turn.
Draw.
Alright, so Minh has 4 out of his 5 colors in play already. That's good.
Island, go. I have 3 out of my 1 color. in play.
Yes. Nicholas notably playing 1 snow-covered island because he couldn't find another regular
Yeah,
island.
don't worry about
Draw. Okay, we have Scrubland, so we
we're
have
Wooburg.
we have full 5 color.
it.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess not Wooburg.
And we're staring down 3 untapped mana. Let's just cast this Uro and see what happens.
That is perfectly acceptable.
Okay, Uro will enter. It will die. I will gain 3.
Now, I bet Minh was hoping to bait out whatever stifle he thought that Nicholas had, targeting the sacrifice ability on Uro.
And I'll toss out this reflecting pool.
Yep.
Notably rainbow.
Notably just a rainbow land, because I have them
Alright.
all.
Pretty good.
Let's
Go
go.
ahead.
End step, I'm gonna flash in this Brazen Borrower.
How brazen.
Start getting the beats in.
That card feels so
am I
much
good?
worse to me.
Yep.
That card feels so much worse to me when it's not
Draw.
being adventured first.
I'm going to play a Curious Obsession on my Brazen Borrower.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to swing for 4.
Yep, that is a force.
Alright, 2, 3, 4. There's gonna be a trigger here, and I'll draw.
You can let the players deal with that. Just if it doesn't work, you're in charge of fixing it, but you don't have to stress too much about it.
And
Give him something
get
to
this. We're gonna play a basic
he's-
island
he's
with a
making sure
different
that it
art.
works.
Oh.
And then I will pass it back to you.
I would roast you for that, but the rest of us don't play nearly as many basics as you. And you
Yeah, see, my problem is I never play monocolor decks, so when I buy my matching basics, I buy enough for a 2-color deck, like basics to like
Sure.
for
Okay.
2-color deck.
Refeeds tower and play
Yep.
tap. More tri-land action.
Okay, you don't even play medium range.
I was
That would
hoping
be
that
cool.
Wasteland would do a little bit, but
I mean, it made the earth come down a turn slower.
That's true.
Okay, so that's a threat, and we'll deal with it in a way I can. It's called Abrupt Decay of the Fairy.
That seems like
Yeah.
a pretty good way to deal with the
That
threat.
seems efficient.
Staring down 3 blue mana, we'll just cast Abrupt Decay. Go ahead.
Untap.
How'd that feel?
That's cute. Draw.
That was nice.
Imagine that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run out a Waterlogged Grove.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a Pain, and I'm gonna run out a Teferi Temporal Pilgrim.
Okay, I do not remember that card at all.
Give that one a read.
It does some things.
So this one, whenever you draw a card, you put a loyalty counter on it. It has a 0 that says draw a card.
Okay, that one. Gotcha.
At -2s to make a 2/2 spirit, I think. That also gets a 1/1 counter whenever you draw a card.
And that is what we will be doing.
And then its ultimate does something. It's like -12. What does it do?
It's not relevant.
I think it like board wipes. Kind of.
Yeah, target opponent chooses a permanent they control and return it to their hand, and then they shuffle the rest of their non-land permanents into their library.
Okay, so,
So
it kind of
basically,
wipes.
they get to choose one thing to bounce, and then everything else is shuffled in.
Yeah.
And with that, I will pass the turn.
Okay, shields are down, so it's my turn to cast something big.
The mono blue deck is not playing any forces, I'm sure.
I would
Oh,
never.
I'm sure he's playing the forces, but we gotta force him to have it. So
Force the force. I
oh
like
yeah,
it.
force him to have it. So we will call forth Aerolingus for X equals 3.
That is
Now,
pretty good.
is that resolved?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't have the appropriate tokens, but these are the best knights that I got.
So we have 3 knights with trample and haste.
Yep.
I'm gonna find the monarch now.
So this is actually an interesting question.
See, that's,
I want to hit him to get monarchy. I also want to get Teferi off the board.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a choice of like, because I can
Either
do,
has to do 2 at Teferi.
I can do 2 at Teferi to make sure Teferi dies, or 2 at him to make sure I get monarchy.
Yep.
Monarchy is more important.
Sure.
I think I agree.
So to be the clear, it's 2 going to Nicholas and 2 at Teferi.
I am actually going to
one attack.
choose
Oh yeah, 1 to
to let all of it through.
Ah. Ooh.
So Teferi's dead, and I'm gonna take 4.
So, do you want to talk about that decision, or do you want to wait till it comes up?
I want to take back the monarch.
Okay.
Ah.
That's the whole
My
decision.
creature grows, so my thought process is if I swing back for the monarch and then
Until I find a monarch,
kind
that's
of
what you
trading it
do.
back and forth.
Yep.
My yeah. But yeah, you good to go to end
Yep.
step.
I'm done to end step. Monarchy, I will draw.
Yep.
How do I not
My
have a
turn.
monarch token?
Untap.
I have one. It should be in the class.
Okay.
Draw.
Ty, do you have one handy?
This is gonna
I
get
should.
a counter.
I mean, this is Aureus does okay, but like a true monarch would probably be better.
I'm gonna play a City of Traders. I will go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Swing out for 3.
Yep, I'll take my 3.
I'll claim the monarch here.
Actually, I do not.
I got it. Use this.
Should be in the drawer. top drawer. I mean the second drawer, whatever.
Interesting.
Beautiful.
Yes, monarch.
I think I am just going to go to instep, draw off a mark.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get another counter there.
Is that reflective on screen or does it look good?
I've got
It looks good.
a non-reflective one too if we need
That's
it.
good.
You're good to go.
Okay.
15 all, huh?
Yep. 15 all. Untaps. Draws.
The control deck definitely likes to be going into their 6th land drop still at 15.
Yeah. Let's see here.
What are you working with over there?
I got some blue cards.
Not ideal, but I will play the Mystic Sanctuary tapped.
Oh, retro frame foil. That's pretty.
I'd like to make special for tutor targets. You get to look special,
Yeah, that's
and that's a tutor target for sure.
yeah.
So because I am this deck, so let's go black, green, and 1.
Okay.
Try to Maelstrom Pulse out that.
Maelstrom pulsing, my friend. Alright, yep, that is okay.
Interesting.
And everyone that has the same name as it.
That is
I
so
recently in Cube totally ranched myself because my opponent copied my Kenrith and I Maelstrom pulsed it, killed my own Kenrith, and then immediately Shane conceded.
Sure.
Okay, we'll swing attack for 6 unless there's a cryptic command before I go to attackers.
No, attacks are good. I am gonna flash in the subtlety.
Subtlety. Subtlety resolves.
I will block one of them.
Okay.
That makes
And I'll
sense.
take 4.
I will steal Monarchy back.
I feel like when you're winning the race, you don't mind trading monarchy back and forth.
Okay, I'll go to end step.
I'll respond to the trigger by sacking this grove.
Okay.
Ha! Nicholas is the
And
monarch
then
on your
good
turn.
to draw.
Yep. I will draw. Go ahead.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I'll go to combat. We're gonna swing 3.
Okay. Monarch, trading hands like
Reclaiming
nothing
the
else.
Monarch. Now I've got some interesting decisions.
Yeah, for some reason, some versions of that just like to glitch out.
I think I'm gonna start this off with a chart the course. Need just more cards.
2 mana divination, not too shabby. How many cards do we have in hand?
I have 5.
5 for men, I think.
I'm
6.
going to imprison in the moon, targeting one of your knights.
Well, I have the open mana, so I'll attempt to counter it when you lose focus, unless you pay 2.
That is acceptable. And then I'm going to play an island, sacking my city of traders. And then I will go to instep.
Yep.
And draw off a monarch.
How many cards do you have now?
I have a full 6.
Okay, 6 to 4 cards. Okay.
You're good to go.
Untappies.
This has actually turned out to be a much better game than I thought it was going to be.
Did you think you were gonna get wrecked, or did you think you were gonna?
Oh, I thought I was going to get wrecked.
Yeah. So, okay, let's move it this way. Okay, Xander's Lounge, you get to join the party.
I think we officially have 3 islands. Oh, well, you had one, but it got wastelanded.
Yeah. We're still on 2 islands, not counting Mystic Sanctuary.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if we have any ways to pick up the Mystic Sanctuary in this deck.
I doubt it.
I also doubt it.
I'm trying to think.
Do we put Cryptic Command in
No,
this deck?
Cryptic Command is notably not in this deck.
That's valid.
Whenever I was assembling this deck, according to y'all's list, I was like, there's no Cryptic in here. But there are other things. I'm like, interesting.
I think we were just worried about the triple blue.
See, I distinctly
On
remember us talking about I didn't want to add Mystic Sanctuary, and you were like, no, it's fine. And I was like, we're not playing Cryptic, but we're playing Mystic Sanctuary.
Okay, I bet, if we were arguing about that, I bet someone can go check me on this, but I bet I was voting for Cryptic Command and you wouldn't let me.
I don't know. That's possible. All I know is I didn't want Mystic Sanctuary in the deck.
Well, it's here, and these knights are now here.
I'm taking 4.
Okay. Swiping back Monarchy. And I think I'll just go to end step and draw a card.
I'm gonna try to unsubstantiate one of those knights.
I actually really like that card.
Yeah, it's decent.
Sure.
And you're good to draw.
Go ahead.
Untap. Keep. Draw. Items. I'll go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Yep.
7 to 9.
This
We're-
monarch
it's close.
has traded back and forth every single turn.
It's really been more like a Howling Mine.
I'm gonna run out an Aether Channeler.
Aether Channeler.
Yikes.
Aether Channeler resolves.
Bounce that night. And I'll try to go to instep.
Let's see here. I guess my turn to draw cards. I will attempt to cast this Chemister's Insight draw too.
Yeah, you
I
got
quite like
Chemister's
that
Insight.
card. I like that card a lot.
It's really good.
Yep.
Draw Monarch.
Yep.
You're good to go.
Okay. Now I'm in that weird position where you're the control deck and they have the monarchy because you introduced it like a
I gotta say,
draw. I'll play the one basic planes in the deck.
Sure.
4th for 3 on turn 5 is, or turn 5 because you have Wastelanded.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So let's lead with the duress.
That seems like a good way to lead.
Interesting. I'm gonna actually respond. I'm gonna cast a Vendilion Clique.
Vendilion Clique.
Hand attack yourself so he can't hand attack you. I like
Right.
it.
Vendilion Clique.
Big
Okay.
brain.
Let's see. How do I answer the response to that Vendilion Clique? Because he's grabbing this for sure. Do I really care that much about it?
I love your hand right now.
It's very interesting.
There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of interesting paths on this hand. So I think I just let Vendilion Clique happen.
Okay.
Look at the hand.
So there's a Terminus, Kolaghan's Command, Solitude, Snapcaster Mage, and Oko Thief of Crowns.
Interesting.
That's a heck of a hand right there.
Hand's a lot better than I thought it was. Like, if I let you cast Terminus here...
That's probably the thing you need to take, is you don't really want me to cast Terminus right now.
I'm trying to just think of...
What do you have over here?
I've got some cards. Yeah, I'm gonna take that Terminus. You get to draw a fresh card, and then I've also got some interesting things going on here. My game plan this game was like hope that I go land, go, you go fetch land, pass, and then I play land, and then you try to fetch, and I stifle the fetch, and then waste your next land, and that was my entire game plan.
Okay, gotcha. So, well,
Did you draw your new card
um,
from Vendilion Clique?
let's see. Have not.
No. Yeah, so you can go and do that,
Yeah, we'll do that here.
just in case that
Alright,
gives you
well-
information that you need.
We'll do that here. Okay, that's that. Okay.
This 5-color control deck looks dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest.
Okay, so
Quite liking it.
let's. Odds are we probably give the most versatile card, like a stifle. Knowing he has a stifle ruins a lot of the stifle.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
So
very true.
therefore, Supreme Will is the choice for the duress, and now I just know that he has.
Those cards.
He has like so many stifles. I don't know what to do with.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately,
It's a lot harder to convince yourself to play through stifles than counter spells.
yeah. Okay.
Maybe not that much harder.
So
Now that the Snapcaster Mage is visible, I want to see what you have.
yeah. So the rest is out.
Things.
Yeah, there are lots of things. You're right.
The rest is out. So let's see. Now that we have everything's on board, so I'm facing down a total of 8 power on the board. So we got to do something about this. But also know shields are down. So this is a time to cast big things if I
I
have
could
them.
have anything. You never know.
Cast big things if I have them. So this card's not really relevant to what I'm happening right now. So I can either go Oko plus Kolaghan, or just cast Solitude, or just cast Solitude. You don't want to snap off nothing, although this is snap off nothing. That's not really great. So it's you're between Kolaghan, Oko, or Solitude is the question.
Yeah.
So Kolgan can, let's see. Let's see what we can grab
I wish
here.
Kolgan's command could split the damage. Would that be
Yeah.
too good?
Way too good. Way too good.
Way too good. Way too good. Way too good. So let's
You
see.
know those 2-for-1s? What if it was a 3-for-1?
Wait, Ash, are you suggesting that a modal card already is becoming a modal card?
It's modeception.
What if there was like a modal cards? There's like 3 different modes, but each of those modes had like 2 modes in them, and you could like pick 2 modes, and then you could pick 1 mode out of each.
What? It just has 6 modes.
Well, no, but the problem is you can't pick 1 mode twice. So like,
Oh, okay. So it's pick.
they shouldn't design this. This is
Yeah, this is-
malarkey. I'm just spouting
It's like
nonsense.
there's 2 green modes, 2 blue modes, and 2 red modes, and it says you can't pick 2 modes of the same color.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
So. Oh, and I've neglected one other thing.
An
Because-
Uro?
Well, there's Uro just sitting in here. That's also an option.
There's also Chemistry's Insight, which is
Yeah.
much less exciting than Uro.
Oh, Chemistry's Insight's fine. The thing is, Uro blocks and gains me 3 and gains me 3 life.
That's true. It does.
Blocks and gains me 3 life.
Yeah.
Which-
Well, Chemistry's Insight draws 1 more card, also discarding a card, so it's neutral.
Yeah. So we kind of need to do something that's like a little more impactful. Odds are, so it's probably either Kolaghan's Command and Uro or just Solitude right here. Those are my 2 main lines I'm considering.
I know my vote.
So
I'm not going to tell you,
Oh,
but I know
yeah.
it.
Yeah, you know what your vote is. So let's see. Problem is, 6 of the power is flying, and he has 3 more flying coming. 3 more flying coming. We know this. So,
But then he's not stifling you.
and he's not stifling
Well,
range. Well,
with one of the-
Phyrexian Metamorph can
Yeah.
also, like, he technically has 6 more power because he can play that and Metamorph him.
Not if you make him discard a card.
Yeah. He just discards
The bad stifle.
the bad stifle.
Yeah.
He discards the bad stifle. That's all that happens there. So, I think I'm going to opt for the Kolaghan's Command Uro line,
All right.
which is not as ideal because it's discard a card. It's not as like Uro is the only creature in the graveyard right now, so I can't bring back a creature, which I prefer to do usually.
Yeah.
But it will do.
Makes sense.
So let's get rid of Vendilion Click and make him discard a card.
Good. Goodbye, defabricate.
And now the bigger question, because that's blue. Okay, here's the greens, here's the blues. Let's be very clear on that. Here's the greens, here's the blues. And we escape this gentleman.
5 cards, right?
5 cards.
Now, I'm curious, what's the
So-
rationale for...
2 lands. What's up?
Why do you K command now? Do you not want Nicholas to draw a counterspell or a different card to sandbag?
He's tapped out. I'd rather do it now because I'm
when you
assuming
know
that
results.
the blue deck is full, has plenty of counter spells to deal with.
Plus,
Fewer than you might think.
if
but
if he waits till after I draw and I draw like a basic land or something,
You just
that
sandbag
just
it.
gives me a better option to discard.
Yeah.
And, like defabricate's not great, but basic island is
Like you don't
less.
need island number 7.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay, so the first 3 are pretty easy. You don't generally pulse. You have Abrupt Decay. You don't need pulse. So
Yeah.
the 2 lands are easy exile. The last 2 are actually pretty interesting
Because you have a snap in hand.
because you have a snap in hand. Because you could snap, cast 4th Aerolingus, and then swing with a bunch of haste.
Yeah.
That's something you have to consider.
You're getting a lot of mana for that.
Yeah, you're losing 4 mana, but I'm sitting
Right now,
on 8.
Right now, it's 8 power.
So that's 8 power. That 8 power with fly, 8 power we can use later. So Duress loses a lot because we already know kind of what's already there. So we
There's
can
no targets.
There's no targets. You can fish for a counterspell later, but you probably don't need to do that. And honestly, Kolaghan's Command is probably the next one on the board because it just costs 3, and
There's no creatures
you'd
in the
rather do
graveyard.
lower amounts. So we'll lose focus, the 4th, and Abrupt Decay.
Okay. I like it.
Okay, so we play our 6/6 at ETBs. I will gain my 3. My 3, have a 6/6 blocker for his very vicious 2/1 over there.
And you draw a card and play land.
Yep. So we'll draw, have a seat, and hello, Flooded Strand. How are you doing?
There you go. Stifle target.
Flooded Strand.
Why does it not come in tapped?
Flooded Strand. So now that I know my lovely gentleman is packing stifles, it's probably best just to use this now.
Sure.
So
If you didn't have Snap Aerolingus up, do you think there's an argument to leave that up to bait the stifle because you don't need it?
There is an argument. There definitely is an argument.
That being said,
Like giving your opponent options is like.
if you assume that your opponent is competent, they're not gonna stifle it unless it's optimal for them. So really, you're just giving them like.
Yeah, but that's a huge
I'm
assumption.
never burning the stifle.
That's a
there.
huge assumption, though.
Sure, you're right. I mean, he is playing against me. Like, if he was playing against like Ty, for example, then it is. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, so I'll grab the Tundra and pass turn. Not great. I didn't get Monarchy back, but this is fine.
Untap, upkeep, and draw.
And it was a basic island. I don't know what it is. I didn't see it, but
Nobody knows.
no one will know.
It could even be a boat.
Yeah, so this Uro, showing why Uro is banned everywhere.
Yeah. So now I've got interesting decisions.
Why does it gain 3 life? 3 life?
Isn't that to be like the symmetrical opposite to Croxa? Doesn't Croxa make
Why
sense?
does Croxa drain 3 life?
The
Well,
process
it's because
sometimes
it's-
you can do that. You can discard a card to get around Crocs.
That's true.
It's only sometimes.
I have a line here where I like Phyrexian Metamorph to copy Uro and then stifle the sack trigger, but then I'm going shields down again and he's got Solitude, so that's bad.
Read that again.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I will
It
go
says
ahead
you
and
don't
for 3.
control.
Yep, it says you don't control.
I think they didn't want Stifle not to be more of a thing.
I'm going to brainstorm wrong.
Sorcerer should be brainstorming more right than people believe.
Yeah, this deck has like so few fetch lands though.
I'm gonna pick these up. There's a Phyrexian
Yep.
Metamorph and a Nimble Obstructionist somewhere. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, these were good.
Nice.
Now I gotta figure out what to do about it. There's a Solitude, there's an Echo, there's a Snap.
Okay, I'm gonna, for y'all's discussion, I will close my eyes and close my ears and then y'all can discuss. I think this is an interesting discussion to have.
I don't know how much discussion, but I'm happy to show the camera.
I'll show the
Yeah,
camera.
sure.
So we know those were what was in my hand, and these are what I drew off of the brainstorm. And so I'm keeping these for sure. And then I guess it's more what do I want to be drawing later. So I think, I mean, it's probably this, and then these go in the library in this order. That's what I'm gonna do. Judge me if you want. You are good, Minh.
I am judging you slightly.
That is acceptable. I'm going to cast Into Deep on Uro.
If you don't know what this does, it just enchants Uro and turns him into a clue.
Alas.
Which I guess I should have brainstormed before combat, because I could have gotten 2 more damage, but you know.
Uro, get a clue.
And then I'm going to run out a True Name Nemesis.
Ooh, spicy.
Oh yeah.
Who would you like to name?
I will name Minh.
That makes sense.
And then I'm going to go to my end step.
Response.
Okay.
I will cast Mystical Tutor.
That's bad for me. Sure. I have a feeling there's a Terminus in my future.
Why do you think that? Because
I put it back in his library.
oh yeah, I was like in his graveyard. No, yeah, it was Vendilion Click that took it. I'm like, I've seen it in better positions.
Okay.
And it's a Terminus.
I am actually dead here.
Are you?
Yep.
Terminus, Snapcaster, 4th Airlink.
Yes, Terminus staff cast for
Oh,
Good game.
Okay, so while you're shuffling, the cards Nicholas drew were Into Deep, True Name Nemesis, and the
And Spectral Sailor.
Special Sailor. Yeah, I just think you should have put Special Sailor on top.
I should have. I
You
forgot
drew it
that. I
off
forgot that I had the Monarch. I definitely should have because to dodge
actually,
hand attack.
well,
But
actually, a better thing to do. Let's do this because it marks a game win, so we don't forget who won the game. It automatically resets. That sometimes the reset doesn't fully go.
Okay, cool.
Through. Did the reset go through?
Yes.
Sometimes it misses the last input. It seemed just an issue with the latency with like the serial port.
wait, was Mystical Tutor what you drew
I
off
think-
of the Vendilion Clique?
Yes.
That's why. Get rid of
no,
Terminus,
is it one
put
of
it
those
on
things where
top
it's like
of
a
that.
solar ray flips a byte in the system?
No, it's not.
And then Mario goes like 100 feet in the air?
No, it's not. It's not. Also, that's quantum mechanics. I'm looking at the solar ray.
That was actually like a really good game.
Yeah, that game was a lot of legitimate back and forth. after your opponent cast Uro into 4th Earlingus.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing about adding the monarchy that early is just both, especially when we exchange monarchy, that makes games like more active because we both just have more cards.
Yeah.
Hard agree.
Yeah.
So,
That's the one thing bad about Magic the Gathering as especially if everyone was like, oh, you need to make Magic the Gathering anime. It's like,
What?
The card flow of the game does not work for
Yeah.
this. There's a
Oh,
reason
you mean
why-
like Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah. Well, the reason why Yu-Gi-Oh had to invent anime-only cards that draw massive amounts of cards in order to, it was like, oh, everyone seems to draw all the really good card draw spells, just so we need to keep the game moving instead of just saying draw,
Yeah.
go, because that's really boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Magic is more like chess than it is anime.
Yep. I bet there's a chess anime out there somewhere.
Code Geass.
Well,
Or honestly, Death Note.
so I just play. So what is the Rook? Whenever he was like, the Rook.
You're good.
Like, what is your jump block? It's like fly out the
You're
Rook.
I will take the play.
Like the big sacrifice plays. That is cool.
I gotta watch Code Geass again. I never finished it.
Okay.
I have a long list of anime that I started and
I'll
didn't finish, and there's no
give
good
this a
reason
try.
for it.
Okay. I'll keep.
All right. So this is probably a question we'll keep. These are kind of awkward in this match, but I've got like, you know, it's cards. You're good.
So, for my hand, we have decent lands, and this is an okay enough hand. It's not amazing, but definitely not as good as the last one. So we'll see.
Am I good?
You're good.
Last
Alright.
one was great though.
I'm going to shock everyone, and I'm gonna say Island Go.
I was like, Shockland.
Shock.
What are you splashing for? Is it a water reclave for mystical tutor or mystical teachings?
No, I'm probably splashing.
Okay. Do I play? into
What
the-
splash do you
Probably
need both?
splashing green, just for like Oko and.
But what
Burrow.
splash do you need both the dual and shockland for?
Burrow.
Okay. Well,
Oh, sure.
Windswept Heath.
Yep.
I will activate Windswept Heath. Opening Stifle window.
You're good.
Stifle window.
We're gaming.
We are gaming.
Somehow. This just goes to show, don't judge us too much. We live brewed these decks
Is there
in
not a
less than
stifle?
an hour. There's defabricate and not stifle.
That can't be right.
You can double check the list, but I'm pretty sure I was going through it and I was like, there's no stifle in here, but we're playing defabricate. The problem is, I think defabricate was my idea.
What do you would have bet you argued?
No,
that?
it was my idea. But, you know, like, we can't deal with artifacts and enchantments once they're on the battlefield, so we gotta interact with them on the stack.
Just cast Imprison in the moon.
Presents for
I
cats.
suppose we can sort of...
And Thought sees you.
Thought sees me.
Are you playing Into the Royal?
Interesting. Alright. I've got
Thought
some
seizes
cards.
land.
Okay, we have Consider, Calvi there, Glass Hole Mimic, Stunt Double, Counterspell, and Otawara.
Thought seizes the land.
So, yeah, taking the Glass Pool Mimic is probably the play here, because that reduces the amount of lands they
Yeah.
available, so.
That's reasonable.
Thought sees the land.
That is the downside. I played Oops No Lands or Oops All Spells. Those are the same thing, I guess. I played Oops All Spells one time, and the meta was like kind of a lot of blue-black Thoracle stuff, and I got multiple lands to rest.
Am I good?
Yep.
Oh, was that back
I'm
when
gonna
Oracle was
cast
really
this
cheap?
Consider.
It was pointless.
Oh.
We'll leave that on top and draw it. And good my turn. Untap.
Or rather, it was 0 points. I guess is a better way to say that.
I'm gonna run out this Otawara and pass the turn.
Okay.
Consider left it on top. That means it was something worth considering.
Untaps, draws. That's a more awkward draws for this deck against this matchup. So we'll play the Flooded Strand. Let's go ahead and use it while this.
Do you very? No, I'm just kidding.
Well,
Yeah, you're
in
good.
case he has anything
You know,
like that.
if you had it,
Hey.
all right.
You had it, fair dinkum, you had it. Okay, so let's see. We have that. So we need to get the Jeskai land.
Raugrin. How many triumphs did we put in that deck? Like all the blue ones?
I don't remember.
I think
Apparently
you had
a lot.
like 4 or 5. Like you didn't have all of them for sure. So, no.
That sounds about right.
Sure.
All right, what'd you draw? I'm curious.
Okay, let's see. Sorry, the loading zone, loading time that is this here. Run Triumph. I think I'm past the turn after that, so
Alright.
have some fun.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Gonna play an island
He drew out of it.
and pass the turn.
I wonder how many basic islands Nicholas's deck is playing.
At least 2. Because I have 2.
Well, considering
saw,
the
like,
last game,
5
you
last
saw.
game. 5 or
Well,
6.
you know, after sideboarding.
Well, we know he has at least one more because he has the different art one that's somewhere.
It's true.
And the snow covered.
There's also a snow-covered one in there.
Okay. Also guts.
You're good.
Well, snow covered island is an island that is basic. It's not a basic island.
That's draws.
I guess actually it is.
Yeah, it is.
So,
I was trying to get clever.
Fiend's Tower tapped and pass.
Untap, upkeep, and draw.
What are you saying it like that?
I am Smokey the Bear. Played the mismatched island.
Did you mean to say Yogi the Bear?
Yes. Go ahead.
You heard it here first, folks. Nicholas doesn't know what Yogi the Bear is.
Yeah.
Taps, draws.
Hey, Bobo, you better be fighting those forest fires.
Well, while we have it, here's more Polluted Delta.
Yeah.
Sure, break Polluted Delta.
Yep.
Holy cow, it resolved.
All these are resolving.
Someday I'll stifle a fetch.
Very suspicious. Very suspicious.
You're gonna stifle every one of mine. You're gonna like chain stifle me.
So, Zag, I'll try it this time.
Is that deck on disallow?
I don't think
Go
so.
ahead.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. I think, unfortunately, I have succumbed to the Thoughtseize, and I will pass the turn.
Yikes. I mean, you drew 2 more.
I did.
Is this a random new Capenna island?
It was in a commander precon that I have. I needed. There's actually multiple mismatch basics. Don't worry about it. I don't play monocolor decks, alright?
Untap,
In case you guys
draw.
haven't heard, Nicholas doesn't play monocolored decks.
Which is funny because last
Chrome-
Paperlander I also played a monocolor deck, but
That's true.
See
You
Chrome
did.
Coast tapped?
Yeah, that deck has a lot
Go
of
ahead.
non-basics, though.
We're both staring at each other.
draw.
I remember arguing about fast lands. I said slow lands are going to be better in this deck.
I mean, to be fair, go ahead. I also said that we should be playing less triumphs, and he's like had to play like 2 triumphs tapped on his main phase. So
He fetched them.
no, not one of them.
There's only 3. Your math doesn't work.
Play a Chemist's Insight. We'll start some fighting.
I suppose I will cast a counter spell.
Okay, it has been countered spell.
Sure does suck to counter half of a jumpstart spell.
Yeah. At this point, I can't afford to.
I mean, you can't let it resolve.
Yeah, I can't afford to fall so far behind that he just has all the answers.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. It just
Untap
sucks.
draws. So, let's see.
And the fact that he knows about it means that like I'm not gonna get him anyway.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So, we need to move forward somehow. So,
Forward? Like move forth?
yeah.
Aerolingus?
No, we're not going there.
I mean,
That
that'd
would
probably be
much
pretty
better in this
good.
game.
Yeah. So, let's just go ahead and
Hey,
just.
be careful. When Nicholas draws another land, he can brainstorm with that Cavalier of Chaos.
Yeah, that's very vicious, I understand.
Not the most vicious Cavalier, that's for sure.
Hey, brainstorm's great. Don't be hating on brainstorm.
Yeah, but it sure ain't Cavalier Thorns.
That it is not. So I'll attempt a treasure cruise.
I am going.
Exiling the 3 lands in the Cloth Seas. We'll leave the finishers inside.
I'm gonna lose focus that.
And that's what I get for not deal with the last one, but okay, fair enough. That's turn.
On tap.
But that does mean that counterspell isn't going to counter your Oko.
Play an island, and I'm going to attempt to run out this Cavalier of Gales.
Hello, Cavalier. How you doing?
ETB
Alright, I'm
Brainstorm.
gonna pick up the stunt double.
When it dies, shuffle it in its owner's library and scry 2.
Yep.
So I was playing against, I was playing Arena the other day. I was playing Explorer. And I was playing Blue White Control. And I hate playing against the mono green deck. The mono green, like, Nick those Planeswalker deck.
You are good to go.
Oh, the combo deck?
The combo prison aggro deck.
Everything?
Yeah, that one. I hate it. And my opponent goes land, or like forest, land, werewolves, and I was like, oh no.
I just definitely put the wrong cards back, but it's okay.
And then they go
Fix it.
fix it. Then they go forest,
More information, fix it.
forest, whatever the troll is, the green troll.
Old growth troll?
Yeah, old growth troll, whatever it is. I was just like, it's gonna be another one of those. And then I hold up this ossification for so long
There you go.
because I'm gonna get a planeswalker with it.
Mhm.
Never plays a planeswalker for so long. And I supreme verted. I just lose more life than I would have liked to. And then he cast Yorvo, and I was like, oh,
Is he just green mid-range?
I was like, is this just mono green devotion like creatures? Like, is there even a Nykthos in this deck? And I don't think there is. Anyways, my deck's really good against that deck.
Let's see if he has the Force of Will. Hard cast the Solitude.
Wow.
We're gonna exile this Vapor Snag.
You don't want to vapor snag the Solitude in response to his trigger?
I thought about it, that was my next play.
I definitely did tap that wrong, but that's alright. We'll figure it out
You
later.
tapped it wrong. You have 5 lands.
Oh, I should have played land first, but it's
You
fine.
let me completely rework my brainstorm.
Okay, sure.
So you can do that.
Okay, so
Which was relevant because I had originally
let's
put this
shock
Vapor
this
Snag back
land.
on top because I was like, oh, I don't need it, and I was like, wait.
Let's shock this land and do it this way.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Let's shock this land and do it this way, because that allows me to do the backup play, which I needed to do.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because the backup play is Leyline Binding.
That's a reasonable backup
See,
play.
we're friendly here.
That play is Leyline Binding.
We're friends.
Yeah. So that's correct. That's more correct. And go ahead.
Leyline binding do
Yeah.
be a hell of a drug.
Draw.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna play an island.
Oh, he's gonna play Con Sphinx.
Yes, I am!
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was in the deck.
Playing Consecrated Sphinx, brother!
Oscar Sphinx is here.
I was not prepared for that.
Yeah.
At least to be real.
Yep.
And you're good to go.
Okay, untaps, and I will draw.
Alright, I'll draw 2.
Holy cow.
So, well, we saw one force. Let's see.
I would never play a second force. This deck's also not on days.
What? You built a bad deck.
We
Nick.
built a bad deck.
So it's time to Assassin's Trophy.
That's reasonable.
I mean, listen, a 6-mana
I will
divination.
get, shockingly, an island.
Not the snow covered one?
You're right.
Here, I'll help you. Okay, these
It's
islands
not in
are-
this half.
These islands are disgusting.
If you're gonna be helping me shuffle, don't be...
Don't island shame people.
Darn.
No,
Yeah, don't island shame me.
No island.
It's a pretty island. It's got...
No, this
a
one's fine.
snow.
All the random new Capenna ones.
Yeah, yeah,
Like the random unmatched standard ones.
Hey.
In case anyone
There's nothing
didn't
wrong, like-
hear, I don't play play monocolor decks.
I like the art on a lot of the standard ones. It's just like the big blank like text box frame. Like it's very
Yeah.
beginner friendly. I just don't like it.
Go ahead.
Alright.
At least I don't mind it, except for when it's next to full arts.
Yeah.
Like if it's all like that, great. But it was when they're next to full arts, I'm like, really?
Well, for me, I bought like 30 or 40 of the islands.
We're not an Aether channel.
The snow card?
Yeah, the snow covered islands.
Yeah.
Because, well, at the time there was no snow covered hate, so why not?
Yeah. Now there's a
good.
little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw a card.
Right.
Ooh. Piece of candy.
I'm playing island.
He's gonna copy his Aether channel.
No way. We're doing it?
How many levels of Aether channel are you on?
See, I think that is actually just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play stunt double.
Yep.
I thought you were gonna play the other card.
I'll copy this and I'm gonna make a bird. This is a bird. And then I'm going to pass the turn.
Okay.
Nick with 1 mana left.
Draws. Play by you. So
Down by the bayou.
double red. Let's see. Yep. We will attempt to hard cast more elementals.
Oh no.
Nice X1s.
Yeah, that's my board.
Beautiful. Simply beautiful.
Faster.
That must have felt nice. You got a clock now.
Tap.
Yeah.
Draw. I'm gonna play Prismatic Vista. Well, I'm gonna try to run out this Vidalcan Shackles.
Yeah, that's a pretty good reason for being mono blue.
Yep, there.
I would like to gain control of this Fury.
Yep, that's happening.
And that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. Untaps. Draws. Well, it's probably gonna lock me, but we're still gonna do it anyway. Time for main step brainstorm.
Yeah.
Face brainstorming, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. So
I've heard worse.
we've seen worse, for sure. So I believe I think it's very clear to this and these.
Yeah,
So
I'm with you on that.
over there. So now we gotta hope there's no counter magic over there. Because in order
I
to get
would-
rid of said Fury, because this is not be great. So we will start by casting a Fork Bolt to deal 2 damage to Fury.
That will resolve.
And next, we will attempt to cast Arc Trail to do 1 to Fury and 2 to you.
Yeah, that's a dead Fury.
It's okay, Nick. You can untap your Vidalcan Shackles
Yeah.
now.
So, fast turn.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. I'm going to.
Yes. Yes. Do it.
See, now that you've burned both of your split burn spells, I'm gonna run out of Phantasmal Dreadmaw.
Yo, Dreadball, what's up?
I saw that Dread Mountain and I was like, Fury, Arc Trail, Fork Ball.
Oh.
That's so cool. This is the reason we built the deck.
Because I probably wouldn't do this if you hadn't just brainstormed, but I'm assuming if you had a Wrath, it would have been used by now, so I'm also gonna run out of Nadir Kraken.
And Dear Kraken.
And then I'm gonna pass it back to you.
So let's see here. So the card in hand is very interesting at this point. So do I cast it or do I cast I'll say it's a creature spell into the Vidalcan Shackles or not? It's a very hard point at this, considering I am brainstorm locked and I know what's on top of my library, which isn't great, which is not great at this time.
I mean, I do relevantly have the 2 mana to activate.
Yeah, he has 2 mana activated. So I think it's not relevant for me to do it right now to cast this, to flash this in at this point, so we're just gonna hold off for now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna untap,
Kind of depends on what it is.
cast the card, draw, and play the card I know about, and then pass turn.
Alright. Untap, upkeep, draw, trigger Nadir Kraken. I'm gonna make a Kraken. Or, no, this is a token, a tentacle.
Yeah.
Tentacle.
Tentacool.
Yeah. No tentacle tokens.
I'm going to cast Curious Obsession on this Kraken.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna go to combat.
Yep, common happens.
Swing 9.
Okay. I think we're priced into this. It's not a great card to play right now, but we're gonna go ahead and play Orcish Bowmasters.
Sure. I mean, I guess. Yep. Orcish Bowmasters results.
Okay, ADTBs, it will ping. It will attempt to ping the Phantasmal in order to remove 6 power from this board.
I'm gonna respond by activating this to take control of the Bowmasters.
Sure.
Okay,
So
we
you
got the
put that here.
Bowmasters, Phantasmal Dreadmaw dies, and you have
I get-
token.
It's a zombie army.
Yeah.
It's close.
It is a zombie army. Good enough.
Go to damage.
Well, now the question is,
Oh, right, you're still
I can
blocking.
still block here.
That's true.
And considering it's not going to get any larger, and there's Orcish bonus on the other side, block here is probably correct.
That is reasonable.
I agree with that assessment.
And with that, I will pass it back to you.
Untap, draw the card I knew about. And then into an Orcish Bowmaster, fully knowing but you need to move. We have to move forward at some point, so we will cycle this.
Sure. Yeah, trigger
Yep.
this, I'll deal damage to you, and I will amass one.
So that's a card, but not exactly what I want to be saying right now. Faster.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. I'm gonna. Oh, there should be 2 counters here, by the way.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make another tentacle.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any reason? Yeah, I'll just swing with the crew.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep. So it's
7,
4, 5,
8.
6,
Yep.
7, 8.
Yep. Right.
Before damage, actually, I'm gonna ninjutsu in this Naga, who will pick up.
Orcish Bowmasters.
Yes, I'll just get rid of this tentacle, so it
Hmm.
becomes 10.
Yep.
And I make a copy of this cheap and trigger this Nadir Crack, and I'll draw.
Mhm.
And then on that draw, I will pay 1 to continue the
Mhm.
board. And
Well, it sure is Terminus or Bust.
don't rip Terminus off the top. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, that should be on top. So.
This
It has to stay tapped.
it stays.
Oh yeah,
tapped,
it stays
because
tapped
if
for
I
that.
untap it,
Yeah,
it
it stays
stays
tapped for that. Oh. Okay. Untap. So draws. Nope, that's not it. So yeah, you got it.
All right,
All right.
we got a game 3.
We may gotta keep the pace on this game
All right,
3.
we'll,
Yeah. We'll get there.
all right, medium blue confirmed the best deck in the format. Everyone build it, play it. It's broken,
Yeah.
probably.
So, Nicholas, I have a question. Are you running Psionic Blast in that deck?
No, I should be.
I've seen somebody play Psionic Blast and just straight up blue eye control and kill me with it.
Yeah, see, this deck would be so much different if, if I sat down and actually took the time to build it.
Yeah.
Do you cut into Deer Kraken?
No, that card's great.
Just asking.
The Deer Kraken.
It's really just Goblin Rabble Master.
It's better because it's good on a board stall. Rabblemaster, they just
They
use
have to
your
attack.
tokens.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I'm just weirded. I've now played 2 full matches of this, 2 full games with this deck, and I have not cast an Ancestral Recall the whole time.
Yeah, your intro really looking a little silly now.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, I mean,
bad.
really, it's your fault. You should have mystical tutored for recall instead of for terminus.
And so for the win, it's no. Okay.
You're good.
Okay.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I haven't cast any of my points either. You've cast. No, I cast a True Name Nemesis. I haven't cast Crypt or Soul Ring.
You're good.
And you cast a Treasure Cruise, I believe, and a Mystical Tutor. So really, I'm the victim here.
Okay. There's someone in the room playing Dark Souls right now, and I'm looking at this boss, and I do not like its vibes.
That's not a boss even.
It's
That's
real.
my favorite part about this.
Why does it look slippery?
Why does it look
Why
so...
is
It's made of obsidian, I'm pretty sure.
Why is it moving like that?
Did you cut its leg off?
Don't ask questions. Okay.
Don't worry
Why is it
about
doing a Nicol
Want
Bolas
to lead or want me to
impression?
lead?
You can lead because you're on the play.
Okay, so lands are fine.
I almost got you with the scepter.
Again, this is a very reactive hand, but we're the control deck, so hopefully it gets the aerial save.
I mean, reacting
Okay.
seems good.
Am I good?
Yeah, you are good.
All right. We've got cards. We'll see what happens.
You were really happy about this card making it in.
Yeah, it's decent.
We'll see what it do.
See what it do. All right, you are good.
Okay. Ready? We'll start with a Dark Slick Shore pass turn.
Alright, I will draw Island Ponder.
Ponder.
Island Ponder. I like it.
We're gonna stack them like that and draw, and then pass it to you.
Draw. Hollow Fountain. You know what? Tapped. Go ahead.
Tip. Draw.
Means blue sources are more versatile than your blue sources.
You're right. Prismatic Vista. Go ahead.
Taps.
Control player probably enjoying this lack of pressure.
Untaps. Draws.
What are you talking about? I have Island. That's pressure.
Okay.
Volcanic Island. Go ahead.
I'm gonna attempt to fetch.
Yep.
I don't know if we put any stifles in that deck either, to be honest.
So,
I also don't know if we did that or not. I don't remember. There isn't. That's not surprising to me. You know what card I keep? This is a complete
good.
tangent,
Untap.
but a card I keep wanting to put in commander decks is Swerve.
The Kamigawa 4 mana?
No, it's red blue misdirection.
Just no green.
It's red blue instant. Change the target spell.
I'm gonna fetch again.
Yeah. I guess typically in Commander, like, you want, like, I know, like, Wild Ricochet is sometimes played.
And that's like a force, though, right?
Yeah, well, it's a...
Well,
You copy and you change the target.
well, if you're just trying to swerve, just play the very expensive one.
What, fork?
Deflecting Swat. The one that's
Yeah.
free if you have a commander.
Yeah, but I don't
Play a
play expensive
Skystrike
commander that
officer.
much. But you're right, that's probably better.
Yeah.
I thought you meant mana expensive,
And
and
then
I was
you're
like,
good
no.
after that.
Okay.
Skystrike Officer, also kind of like Goblin Rabble Master.
Yeah.
So,
This one's also better on a board still, though.
yeah.
But doesn't pressure as much.
Okay.
Blue is
Hold off.
notoriously good at
Okay.
board stalls.
Yeah.
Cross. So again, Mystic Sanctuary tapped.
Hey, this one was closer.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
closer.
actually, it was the same amount of close, I think. Well, I don't know.
So, for once, the man is actually quite awkward right now. So we'll see.
Don't admit that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Then he'll wasteland you.
You're right.
I mean, you would have already done that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm pretty darn sure you would have now with as fragile as the name bases be.
Do we need
But-
soldier tokens?
Yeah, we don't
we'll see.
actually have them.
Does path resolve or not?
No. I'm gonna force exiling this.
Did you need a
papers.
medium wingbird?
I do. Well, I mean, I might eventually.
And pass the turn.
Untip.
I think you might be getting white
Draw.
soldiers. How about mirrors? Do you like mirrors?
Misty
You
Rainforest.
can have mirrors.
I'm going to play Curious Obsession again. I think I've seen that in every match
Mm-hmm.
or every game. Go to combat.
Yep.
I will swing 3 and get a token. So 4
I got
total.
you mirror tokens.
That's
Closer than your sheep.
Well, the problem is that's a real token, so it is. But it's okay. These aren't mirrors. These are soldiers.
They're
Draw off of-
1/1 artifact creatures.
Actually, in response to this trigger, I'm gonna fetch.
17 all. Ty, are you ready for our match?
I'm excited.
Are you gonna murder me?
No, I'll play
I'm gonna
Diagraph
get
Gold
my
2-1.
own Mystic Sanctuary.
Diagraph ghoul.
I'm gonna put this Force of
Which
Negation
one's
back
that?
on top.
2/2 for a single black. Enters tapped.
Is that the new one that
Oh, nope, it's from original Innistrad.
Oh, did you get the
Let's
promo
fix
one?
that, shall we?
No.
One time when I bought
And then
Suicide
draw
Block,
off of this.
you play all of those.
Oh, yeah.
I just got every promo version because they're all like a quarter.
So we were talking about trying to restrict mana. I'm gonna cast Spreading Seas on the Hollowed Fountain.
Should have targeted the Mystic Sanctuary.
See, the funny thing is, the turn before I played the Mystic Sanctuary, I thought about doing that on Darkslick Shores, and now I'm glad I didn't.
That's true.
Draw off of Spreading Seas, and I will pass it over to you.
Okay, untaps, draws. Well, here's Tundra to replace the Hollow
Sure,
Fountain.
yeah.
Hi.
We've done it.
We've gotten the alternatives. So, and pass turn.
Instead, I'm going to flash in a Spectral Sailor.
Yep.
Good, my turn.
He's sailing away.
Okay, that's a good song.
Untap, upkeep, and draw.
A little weird, but good.
Go to combat.
Mm-hmm.
Swing 4, 3, 5.
Yep.
Or sorry, 6, because I get another mirror. Trigger to draw. And I'm actually just going to pass it back over to you.
Alright, Nicholas dodging a land drop. Means he's got all gas, no brakes.
Let's see if he lets the mystical teacher resolve.
The age-old question, I don't know, I assume he has a counter. Do you counter the tutor or the Venser?
I'm going to Venser it back to your hand.
That's her back to hand.
That's pretty good.
Go ahead.
Okay. That's draws. So we're on significant pressure here, so let's see. Do we still cast mystical teachings here? Mystical teaching, now that it's my turn and Force of Negation is now active. Unlike when I cast it during his turn, Force of Negation wasn't. What's going on?
Force negation are you talking about?
The one that's in his hand that he put back in the sanctuary.
I was like, I thought he cast that so long ago. What are you talking about?
It's like, no, it's still there.
Currently
It's
has a
still
force
there.
negation.
Yeah.
Alright,
It
that
is
makes
still
sense.
there.
I must have missed that when me and Ty were talking about whatever we were talking about.
Just a little bit of banter.
Yeah.
It's a bit of
Well,
bad.
no one's playing band.
I have to counter it there. The like question is, do I do it with Venser or Force? But Venser is probably just correct. Because if I don't counter it, he just gets recall, and then even if I Venser recall back to his hand, that's just bad for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The remand effects, you treat them a lot different than normal counter spells
Yeah.
if there's a tutor involved.
So shields are down. So
Apart from Force.
apart from Force. So we'll just start with Fatal Pushing the Sailor.
That is acceptable.
We don't want to force that.
I thought about it.
Yeah. You thought about it for a fraction of a second.
Yeah,
and then
for about 0.00001 seconds, I was like, oh, I gotta force that, and then I didn't.
and then we pass her after that.
It's like, that is a legal move.
And tip, keep draw. Going to combat.
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then there'll be 8 with another.
Yep.
And you go to 3. Psy blast. Blast.
Trigger, I wish. Trigger Curious Obsession, I'll draw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play out an island. And I'm going to force your hand. I'm going to play Ashiok, Dream Render.
So let's see. He has that. So let's just do this. Lose focus replicated twice.
Okay, Ashiok has been counted.
No Ashiok.
Go ahead.
So let's see if we draw the one of our ways out of this. Well,
I hate that.
yeah, we'll see if we still draw one of the four ways out of this.
Sure. This deck just really feels like a tempo deck. Like, I haven't seen Crypt or Soul Ring yet, so like that probably changes how the deck plays, but like I feel like I'm just playing a bad mono blue tempo list, but like it's still pretty fine.
Yeah, just sometimes you just get like a Teferi on like turn 2 instead of having to wait till 4.
Exactly.
So these two on top.
That's valid.
Actually, we'll do these two on top. Play this value. So
Down by you.
yep. we gotta. Let's see. Will either of this work? Actually, it won't. So we'll still play it out just so you'll see.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, it's definitely not working. So attempt to get rid of the officer with a dam.
Yeah, I will force that. Exiling Phantasmal Dreadmaw.
Yep.
Goodbye, Phantasmal Dreadmaw. You were blue. Just like your predecessor, Stormcrow.
So, and then the only thing I have left is I can fire to get rid of 2 tokens.
Yeah, I've also got Lose Focus.
Yep, he has that. So yeah.
Well, we were playing to the whole time. We, as if I'm the
Yeah.
control player.
Yeah.
Was that Verdict?
Oh,
Yeah.
see, yeah,
Well,
then that's
yeah.
why I hit the white source, was
Yeah.
because I was trying to dodge
Well,
Wrath.
I had 2 rats. I had both dam and verdict in hand. I just
Yeah.
did not have the second white. I was just drawing for like any fetch land.
Yeah,
Now,
for sure.
I don't know how it. I think it would have turned out the same
Yeah.
because we saw the cards.
Yeah.
But do you think there's an argument to, instead of countering Ashiok, just in response, just tutor for recall and then cast recall? Like,
Yeah.
then your fetch lands don't work, but
Right.
you
Well,
get to look at more cards because you don't know you have Brainstorm coming.
Yeah, you don't make a transfer from it, but also the fact that a fetch land is an out to this situation
Yeah.
is so huge.
Yeah.
Like, sure, you get
I get-
more bites at the apple, but then you have to draw an actual untapped white source.
Yeah. I guess
which is harder.
It's very clunky because it's like you don't know you have Brainstorm. So it's, do you want one draw but fetch lands are live, or do you want 3 or 4 draws and only regular?
You
like,
probably
actual-
need fetch lands to be alive because you're on so many like tap white, like triomes.
There's
and
so many,
everything.
there's so many
Right.
triumphs in this deck.
Yeah.
Like
there's triumphs-
your untapped white sources are pretty limited.
Well, I mean, we could just. I'm not going to. We could just do the math and figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, there is a
that
correct
seems
answer.
like a lot more work than I want to do.
All
But
right, we got to keep this train moving. So we'll see you with me and Ty in round 2.